We shared a bed, but not a dream. Spoken sighs and soft routine. You touched my hand like checking rain. I kissed you back to numb the pain. We dressed it up in vintage wine, lit candles just to cross the line. We knew the truth but held it close, like love was something we could post. We pretended it was love, or silence like a satin glove, danced in shadows, traced the frame of something that had lost its name. We smiled through scenes we couldn't feel, and whispered lies we called real deal. It wasn't fire, it wasn't trust. We stayed in love because we must. We laughed too loud at nothing much, avoided weight in every touch. We watched the movies, played the part, and let the credits mask our heart. No fights, no tears, just quiet walls and echoes down familiar halls. We didn't break, we just stood still, afraid to ask, afraid to feel. We pretended it was love, like actors hoping for applause, like dancers moving to the cue, but missing steps we once knew. We held each other out of fear that nothing better waited near. So we just lay beneath the bluff and said the word without the stuff. Some hearts don't break, they fade in place. They learn to sleep in shared disgrace. Not every wound begins with war. Some just forget what love was for. To prove, I see you smile, I see me go through all the things we'll never show. You aren't cruel and I'm not cold. We just outlived what can't be sold. And when we part, there'll be no shove, just silence where we once called love. You thought I'd leave with shattered glass, a hurricane of words to pass. But I just stood, no final scream, no teardrops for your sinking dream. You watched me move like Sunday fog, no suitcase slam, no monologue. You didn't ask, and I don't beg, just let my silence pull the peg. The door didn't slam, I did. Quiet thunder, cold and hit. I didn't throw a single plate. I didn't curse our tangled fate. But when I left, I didn't shake. I was the quake stale, the coffee cold. Your eyes were sharp, your hands looked old. The love had died a year or three, but dying slow came naturally. You always feared a scene or blow, but I had nothing left to show. I left like wind through unlatched blinds. No map, no trace, no ties that bind. The door didn't slam, I did. Every breath, the quiet rid of years I folded into shape so I could stay inside, escape. You thought I'd weep, you thought I'd plead, but all I felt was what I need. No note, no blame, no final skid, just quiet war, and I was it. Not all exits come with fire. Some are paved in lost desire. You'll look around, but I'll be gone like lyrics in a closing song. The door didn't slam, I did. Like thunder wrapped in velvet lid, you stayed the same, but I grew wide, too big to fit where I must hide. And now you sit where I once cracked, still asking why I won't come back. But listen close and hear what slid. It wasn't wood, it's me that did. Last night I dreamed the sky stayed blue, and you said all the right things too. We met again at our old bar, but this time you knew who we are. You didn't flinch when I grew quiet. You poured the wine without a riot. The jukebox played a kinder song, and I believed we both belong. I dreamed it happened differently. No slam goodbye, no secrecy. We danced until the lights gave out, and no one left to carry doubt. You held my hand, you meant the word, and none of my old fears were stirred. I woke to sheets and memory, but for set free in dreams. You never looked away. You said the things you couldn't say. You smiled like you had nothing to prove, and I didn't feel I had to move. We stayed until the room grew light, and for once I didn't have to fight. No missing piece, no shifting blame, just quiet lips that said my name. I dreamed it happened differently, with softer eyes and honesty. You didn't lie, you didn't fade. We didn't rot from love we made. There was no storm beneath your kiss, no almost touch I had to miss. It wasn't real, I knew the key, but in that world you stayed with me. And when I woke, the ache was slow, like rain that taps but doesn't show. I lay there still, afraid to breathe, lest that soft dream begin to leave. I dreamed it happened differently, the closet door. Still smells like him like nights before. The sleeves still hold the shape he made, like memory that won't degrade. I don't wear it, I just stare at threads that know he won't be there. It doesn't ask, it doesn't shout, but knows what silence is about. His sweater, my silence, two things that never said goodbye. It catches dust and holds the dusk while I pretend I don't know why. Never wash the scent away, it's how I speak without a say. His sweater hangs like winter's breath, my silence clings to what he left. Some days I fold it, then unfold, like pages in a tale retold. It keeps me warm, but not for long, just long enough to fake I'm strong. It drapes across my quiet bed, where I replay the things unsaid. It doesn't itch, it doesn't fade, but tightens where regret was made. His sweater, my silence, the language we forgot to learn. He left it draped across the chair. I left my words to never burn. We never fought, we just grew still, and now this cotton holds the will of every cry I never spent, each fiber sewn in my consent. He won't come back, I know it's true, but fabric keeps what love can't do. A shoulder worn, a hemline torn, still comforts like the night he swore. His sweater, my silence, were folded in the same old space. It says the things I never will, and wears the ghost of his embrace. If grief had arms, they'd look like this, soft, familiar, stitched in bliss. He said nothing, but now I see his sweaters still speaking for me. You said I feel too much too fast, that every storm I saw would pass. You called me wild, said I explode, while leaving matches down the road. You rolled your eyes at every tear, then held me close when guilt drew near. You loved the fire, cursed the flame, and made my heart break, wear my name. You called me crazy, I called you home. You watched me crack, then left me alone. You said I twist, said I distort, but you were judge and I was court. I loved too loud, I clung too tight. You called it wrong, I called it right. You gave me blame like polished chrome. You called me crazy, I called you home. You said I begged for too much truth, that love should come with softer proof. You shushed my voice, then missed the sound, and told your friends I'd drag you down. But every scar scar you left in me spelled out the shape of loyalty. I bled for words you left unsaid while you just kissed and turned your head. You called me crazy, I called you home. I built our house with ash and bone. You lit the fuse, I held a spark. You kept me running through the dark. I cried in keys you never knew and still sang lullabies for two. You locked the door behind your tone. You called me crazy, I called you home. Maybe I should have seen the twist, that love don't bloom from clenched fist. But when you grow where light won't come, you learn to dance with what feels numb. You called me crazy, I wore the name till I forgot who held the flame. But now I see the things you feared were all the truths I kept too near. You ran from depth, I swam alone and called the pain my cornerstone. So if I'm mad, at least I know the love I gave had somewhere to go. I don't replay the things he said or miss the way he turned his head. I don't ache for his embrace or long to see his hollow face. It's not his voice that haunts the night, it's who I was beneath that light. The girl who smiled without a script before her softness had to shift. I don't miss him, I miss who I was before I broke for someone's cause, before I bent to fit his need, before I learned how hearts can bleed. I miss the sound of my own laugh, the fearless step, the untouched path. It's not his name that makes me pause. I don't miss him, I miss who I was. He didn't take me in one blow, just piece by piece, too slow to show, till I woke up and felt the space where once I lived, now gone erased. My voice grew quiet, my dreams grew thin. He called it love, I let him in. But looking back, I see it clear. The girl I was disappeared. I don't miss him, I miss who I was before I made excuses just because, before I learned to bite my tongue, to seem composed when I was stung. I miss the spark before the fall, before I thought I had it all, before I built on cracking laws. I don't miss him, I miss who I was. He's just a shadow on the floor, but I'm the one who's not here anymore. I look for me in every song and wonder how it went so wrong. I don't miss him, let that be slow, but didn't see the girl I know. Her eyes looked past, her lips were thin, like she was somewhere deep within. She wore my dress, she struck my pose, but something softer didn't show. Her smile hung like a painted crack, and when I stared, she didn't stare back. The mirror doesn't look back, it flinches when I lean too near, like it remembers who I was and shudders from what's left here. It shows a face that once felt mine, but blurred along a thinning line. I wave, I blink, I nod, I track, but the mirror doesn't look back. Trace the jaw I used to know, the lips that once let laughter flow, but now they purse and practice calm, too still, too wide, too dressed in balm. It used to feel like proof I'm here, now just a frame I volunteer. The glass is cold, the light is cruel, and all I see is someone's rule. The mirror doesn't look back, it freezes like it knows the truth, that I've been shrinking piece by piece since trading joy for something smooth. It echoes me without my fire, it holds a shape I can't admire. I touch the glass, I feel the lack. Mirror, mirror doesn't look back. I used to fix my hair and smile, now I just stare for a while, hoping someday she'll appear, the girl who used to live in here. The mirror doesn't look back, and maybe that's a sign I'm gone. A body framed by others once, a song that's humming someone else's song, but I still stand, I still return, and maybe one day I'll relearn how to be me without the mask. Until then, the mirror doesn't look back. He holds her hand like glass could break. He smiles as if it's not a fake. He listens now, he leans in close. He pours her wine and makes a toast. I watched from shadows near the door, the man I knew, but something more. He gave her peace I never met, and love that came without regret. She didn't deserve the ending I got. She got the warmth, I got the rot. She got the man who learned to stay. I got the one who walked away. He cooks, he laughs, he reads her eyes. I counted silence, begged replies, and though I tried and though I fought, she didn't deserve the ending I got. He tells her dreams, she tells him fears. I told the same for 7 years. He hears her pain and pulls her near. I whispered mine, he didn't hear. takes his time, he holds her spine. He says you're safe, like it's a line, but not rehearsed, not out of guilt, not like the house that we once built. She didn't deserve the ending I got. I got the blame, she got the plot. I got the quiet, she got the song. I got the part where love feels wrong. He opens doors, he writes her notes. I memorized his sharpened throats. And though he says he's changed a lot, she didn't deserve the ending I got. Some men don't break, they just reset and give new hearts with no regret. But I still wear the virgin raw that shaped the man she now calls flawless. She didn't deserve the ending I got, and maybe that's the hardest spot, to know he could have loved like this, but gave me shadows, not the kiss. I see her smile, I turn away. Some truths are too sharp to replay. I gave my all, I gave the plot. She didn't deserve the ending I got. Never called when I would cry, but now he visits when I try to sleep through nights without a war, and locks the peace behind my door. He couldn't show when it was real, but now he haunts with perfect feel. Right when I breathe, he steals the air, like he remembers how to care. His ghost has better timing than he did. Knows when I'm weak, knows where I hid. He never stayed when I would break, but now he shakes me wide awake. He finds my tears before I fall. He knows my silence when I stall. He's gone, but somehow never slipped. His ghost has better timing than he did. He never heard what I confessed, but now he echoes in my chest. He shows up in the songs I skip and lingers on a stranger's grip. He missed my birthdays, missed my fears, but shows up now in bathroom mirrors. Right when I laugh, he stains the grin and pulls the old regret back in. His ghost has better timing than he did. He knew too late what loving hid. He never asked if I felt numb, but now he speaks when I go dumb. He whispers things he never said. When I'm alone and filled with dread, I begged for him, he always slid. But his ghost arrives where he never did. He couldn't spell out I was wrong, but now he haunts me told myself it's fine, that naming you in quiet rhyme would help me heal in borrowed time. I whispered things you'd never hear, maybe songs could draw you near. But as the chords began to bloom, I felt the silence fill the room. This song wasn't meant for you, not really, not by halfway through. It started soft with memories, but ended shaped like only me. It held your name, then let it go. It loved you once, but now I know the truest words, the gentlest hue. This song was never meant for you. I sang about the things you said, the things I kept inside instead. But somewhere in the melody I found the pieces lost in me. You were the ghost behind the door, but I'm not waiting anymore. Each note I write, each breath I give is less about you, more how I live. This song wasn't meant for you. It used to be, but that fell through. The lines now sound like who I am, not what I lost inside your hands. You're not the echo in my chest, you're just the space that gave me rest. And though you sparked the first or two, this song outgrew you too. So thank you for the ache, the break, the way I learned what not to take. You gave me pain, but pain gave art, and now you're just the smallest part. This song wasn't meant for you. It leaves beyond what we went through. It sings a rage of grace, of flame, but not of you, not quite the same. It's for the girl who walked away and found her voice in disarray. She wrote this line, she saw it through, and no, this song was never